We're a couple days into the second weekend of release for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and already it feels like I'm having deja vu, because this is exactly the same as it was opening weekend, where the mainstream media came out there and made these big, bold predictions. Look at how incredible it's gonna do. It's gonna do amazing. It's gonna break $200 million. It's gonna break Black Panther 2's domestic box office opening weekend. And of course it didn't. It fell well short, $181 million compared to over $200 million for the original Black Panther. And now here in the second weekend, what were we hearing? Wakanda Forever to dominate box office with 72 million plus. And in fact, they were predicting anywhere from 72 million to even potentially $80 million second weekend. That would be only like a 55% drop off. That would be incredible based on what we've seen from Marvel movies recently. And you saw some people out there, some people with pronouns in their bios, some people come out and try to say, look at this. This proves that this is going to be a success. Well, maybe you should have waited. Maybe you should have waited until we saw the actual numbers, because now that we do have these actual numbers, not only are they not anywhere close to what people expected, but it's more in line with the recent Marvel Cinematic Universe entries. Nearly a 65% drop-off is now predicted for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Take a look at this article. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever estimates offer bigger than expected second weekend drop. It's almost like this really wasn't that compelling. It's almost like it didn't have great word of mouth. It's almost like maybe the people that went to this movie realized that they were emotionally manipulated using the death of Chadwick Boseman, which is truly absolutely disgusting. But let's continue. The estimates have been revised from earlier in the week and are more in line with Doctor Strange 2, which had a historic drop for the MCU. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is estimated to have a bigger than expected second weekend drop. Earlier in the week, Deadline originally estimated for it to drop only 55 to 60%, but now that the weekend's here, Deadline now estimates the flick will drop by 65%. The second weekend updated estimates offer Black Panther: Wakanda Forever will bring in 64 million, which would be 65% down from its $181 million opening. Remember the first Black Panther, which only had a 44% box office drop weekend to weekend? Those are pretty incredible numbers. This is going to do nothing like that. And in fact, when we do look at it, look at this Friday to Friday drop. 79% Friday to Friday drop, one of the worst in the MCU's history. And when you compare it to something like Thor: Love and Thunder with an 80% drop and Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness with an 81% drop, it's nearly identical. It's following the exact same pattern. Thor: Love and Thunder was a massive disappointment. Wakanda Forever is not getting the same international numbers that these other movies were. So it needs a lot more help domestically to be able to make that money back. Because again, $250 million budget for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It needs to make at least, at a minimum, and it's likely much more, at a minimum, $625 to $650 million just to break even. We saw Thor ended up making under $750 million with the same budget. It looks like right now, until we see the final weekend results, that Wakanda Forever is on a very similar path. A disastrous 79% Friday to Friday drop, and a second weekend drop that is much more in line with these other disappointing second weekends we've seen in the MCU. 65, 66, 68, 69%, right in that area. Another disaster for the MCU, and once again, the mainstream media getting it absolutely wrong with their terrible predictions. It's exactly like it was for opening weekend. It's almost like they want to trick people into thinking they should go watch this movie. Weird how that works, isn't it? Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.